today we'll be talking about heart, right? Talking about heart. We know heart as a very popular thing, like not in the movies and the songs, right? Where we heard that dil to pagal hai, dil hai ki manta nahi. We are not talking about that aspect of heart. We are not talking about the emotions of the heart. But we are talking about heart as what you can say as a structure which is involved in the process of what is called as your circulation, right? So, since the time of your birth till let's hope that we all live hundreds of years, but then till we die, this particular heart, it keeps on pumping the blood throughout your body. So, we have discussed like the main circulatory fluid which is there, it is your blood. And this particular blood is being pumped by your heart continuously, right from the time you are born till you die, right? So, it is doing that. A very simplified kind of a thing I have like mentioned here. Today we will be discussing only about what are the four chambers of the heart and how the blood goes out of the heart and how it comes inside the heart. I won't be discussing much in detail about the vessels which are carrying them out, the valves which are protecting the backflows and many other internal and external aspects of the heart. But yes, we will be talking about the phenomenon of what is called as the double circulation. Yes, we have this heart right from your fishes to your amphibians to your reptiles to your mammals to us. The heart of ours is a four-chambered heart, right? The fishes and all, they have a two-chambered heart where your pure and the impure blood, the so-called oxygenated and the deoxygenated blood, it all gets mixed up. We keep the blood separate, the pure blood and the impure blood. Calling it impure is not a right word, we will call it as deoxygenated. The blood which is full of oxygen is the oxygenated blood. That we keep in the left side of our heart. And the blood which is deoxygenated, we keep it in the right side of our heart, right? So, I am standing like this. So, this is the left side and this is the right side. Yeah. So, this seems to be a bit complicated, though this is also a very simpler version. Let me go to a more simpler version now. A heart is not a square. We all have been drawing heart like this. Obviously, it is not like this anyways. But then, like let me what you call as imagine like this is a heart, and I told I have two parts, the right side and the left side. So, this particular left part of the heart, I told it carries the oxygenated blood. So, this is your left part of the heart and this is your right part of the heart. So, we have this left part, we have this right part, we have this septum separating it, I have another septum which is separating the upper and the lower part. The upper chambers of the heart I call as the auricles, right, or I call as the atria, right. So, upper chambers, they are the receiving chambers and lower chambers which are called as the ventricles. So, upper chambers I call as the auricles and the lower chambers I call as the ventricles. I told auricle is a receiving chamber which is going to receive the blood. Ventricles, they are the pumping chambers which is going to pump the blood. So, to summarize now, I have the left part, I have the right part, I have the auricles, I have the ventricles. So, this would be, yeah, can you like tell me? Yes, this is the left atrium, right? This is my left ventricle. This is the right atrium and this is the right ventricle. So, again remember the left part contains the, which one? Oxygenated blood, and the right part it contains the deoxygenated blood. You start from anywhere, we will reach again at the same place. So, let us start from the main pumping chamber, that is the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, your oxygenated blood, here you can see, from the left ventricle here, your oxygenated blood, it will enter all your what is called as your body parts. So, it will get deoxygenated in the process. So, when it is moving through the body through your left ventricle, here it is coming and it is moving through the body, all the oxygen is used up, it becomes deoxygenated, and this particular deoxygenated blood now, it is what is going to be carried to your right auricle, right. So, here you will find from the body this particular blood, it will be carried to your right auricle. So, your right auricle is going to receive all the deoxygenated blood. So, all your deoxygenated blood, it will come into your right auricle. From the right auricle, it will enter into the ventricle, right ventricle. From the right ventricle now, this particular blood, it would be pumped to your lungs. So your right ventricle, it will what you call as take this particular blood which is all deoxygenated to your lungs. So your right ventricle is going to take it to your lungs. So all the oxygen that has been removed, it will be replenished again. So here it will be replenished, it will become oxygenated, and your oxygenated blood, it will enter your right auricle. So left auricle, and from left auricle it will enter into your left ventricle, right. So here you can see oxygenated blood, it comes from the what you call as your lungs to your left auricle. So left auricle receives the oxygenated blood, puts it into the left ventricle pumps it throughout the body utilizes all the oxygen, it becomes deoxygenated, then it enters your right auricle. From right auricle, it enters your right ventricle. From right ventricle, it will go into your lungs. So in the lungs, it will get oxygenated and come back in your left auricle. So this is how I told that the heart is going to pump your blood. Now there are many things which are going to prevent the backflow. There are many things which are going to see that everything goes smoothly. There are valves in between. The intricate structure of the heart is there. That probably we'll discuss in our coming session. So again, in 1 minute, let us repeat. Oxygenated blood from the left ventricle goes into the body. Inside the body, when it is circulated throughout the body, the oxygen is depleted, becomes deoxygenated. So this oxygenated blood reaches all parts, becomes deoxygenated. Now it has time to enter the right side. It enters through your right auricle. From right auricle to right ventricle. From right ventricle, the deoxygenated blood carried to your lungs. So these particular lungs, they will purify it. They replenish all the oxygen, make it oxygenated. Now it is the time to enter the left part. Now it enters your left auricle, and it will come back to the part where we started, that is your left ventricle. Thank you.